Hello po, Team Riza! We are Papermates! Hi, so I'm Anthony Rabbit, but you can call me Reese. I am the project manager and the lead artist for the game, and today with me is...
I am Seska Bulilan. I am the UI designer and I'm also the artist as well as programmer of Papermates.
So we are from Engkanto Singko Studios. Unfortunately, three of our members aren't here today, but we are also joined by Kelly Franz Cortez, and then Julian Bentley Portea, and also Marcus Hautea. So our game is basically a visual novel, and the game is about a girl named Vivian who sees the world around her as paper. But then she stumbles upon a certain someone along her story who seems to break that vision. So the game isn't just bound to being a love story. It isn't just bound to romance alone, but it also is a coming of age and tackles Vivian's self-discovery as a whole. So yeah, that's basically what the game is about. And if you're familiar with the concept of in a room full of people, I'd look at you, or you stand out in a crowd kind of thing, it's like that. So yeah, if you're familiar with Silent Voice, Life is Strange, Until Then, yeah, this might be the game for you.
Me personally, my favorite thing about the game is the entire concept of it. I think when we were first deciding on what game to choose for our Funcom game, yeah, because we're from Manila, we're freshmen. This idea stood out to me a lot since it mostly covers like perspective of one person. So I really like storytelling games, so this was really fun to work on personally. Yes.
So yeah, I share the same sentiments with her. The thing is that I was the one who came up with the idea and the concept of the game. And like she said, we are freshmen from the Salle College of St. Benilde. So this is our first time making a game, and we made this for our major. And a little backstory about it, if this would intrigue people, is when I made the concept of the game, I basically liked someone a lot during this period of time. So this was kind of a self-insert. If you're familiar with AU stories on Wattpad or on Twitter or AO3, it's kind of like that, but basically turned into a game. So yeah, the concept of it in general is that, you know how when you meet someone in your life and then in your whole life you just feel like, oh, I'm so bored, like these people are just so boring to me, they don't really stand out that much, and then you meet that certain someone who just seems to brighten up your day every single time, and whenever you're tired you'd like to very much talk to them, you'd like to go home with them, or yeah. So it's kind of hard to give advice because since this is technically our first time making a game ever. So but the thing that I can definitely say is choose the people that you work with wisely. Because of course along the way you're definitely gonna stumble upon people who are going to be hard to work with. So it's important that you build those connections early on and that you really get a grasp of who you're working with, that you feel comfortable to work with them. You know to yourself that communication is going to be, well, it's not going to be easy, but at least a much more smoother of a ride. And also another thing is, if ever you're going to be making the art, be as organized as possible, like even the programming and everything else, just the whole entire planning of your game, just make it as organized as possible, because you could start with one idea but then it could just escalate to one thing and then to another, but then at the same time all of the ideas get messy. So definitely if you want to make a visual novel, you have to make the flow of it very much more cohesive. Make sure that you really do stick with something of a concept and then to not branch out too much to it. What about you?
For me, this is a general advice. Make a game that you think you would love. Basically, I'm not much of a gamer myself. I'm very choosy. I'm very picky with the games I like to play, and mostly they revolve around stories. So coming up with this game idea and finalizing with this kind of had to took like passion from me. And as game developers, starting game developers, you need to have that drive in order to continue on working that game. And for the art, I'd say gather as much references, like make your own references, take your own pictures, scroll on Pinterest, etc., etc. And in terms of the UI, take references like of your inspirations or what the game is inspired by, and use that as like a guide.
Make sure to make your game as eye-catching as possible. You know, just something that even if people thought about it already, just make sure that there's just something that would make it really stand out from the crowd. So, like the concept of our game. Shout out to our friends, our other members.
Yep. Who was not
Hi
here
Kelly, Kelly Miss Nata. So yeah, shout out to Kelly, to Julian, and then to Marco, and of course shout out to the whole Biniljan game development community in general, and also yes, shout out sorry. Thank you to our families and for everyone who supported us so far in our journey in Papermates, and we're hoping to see more of you guys in the future, along with the future developments of Papermates, and of course the future of our studio as a whole. So yeah, we're all very, very grateful for everything, and we're all very thankful.
This is Engkanto Singko signing off.
Thank you po, Team Reza. Thank you po.